The authentic self needs no identity because it comes naturally, right? There is no self except the authentic self, right? And so each and every single one of us right here, right now, are authentic. But at times we can become inauthentic. And whose fault is that? It's none other than our own.
I meditate to clear that pain up in my body. I wanna go somewhere where that sunlight be shining. This life a journey, I need someone to remind me. This life a journey, I need someone to remind me.
Today, like when I see a hot chick, I'm like, oh, dude, like
instinctually,
everybody's
like, damn.
like I'll be like, oh, dude, man, maybe she's looking at me. Maybe it's the same exact situation. Like maybe she's looking at me. What does she think of me? How does she care? How can I portray my best self to her? You know, like how can I pull us closer together without that actually happening? Like how can I attract her to me without me going up to her?
Exactly.
Right? You know, and so it's funny because. When I deep down within me, I know nothing is going on. Yeah. But these thoughts bouncing into my head are like, dude, maybe she's looking at me.
Bro,
and like I would say this is something that is very relevant because I like to work out a lot and I go to the gym very regularly. And yeah, fuck you, Jordan.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how your past can condition you and like. It's kind of in a sense like an anxiety, right?
Yeah.
It is an anxiety in some sense is fear because it's based on hypothetical circumstances. And fear is false evidence appearing real, right?
Oh my god!
Right? So I have to credit Ralph Smart with that. That's another YouTuber, right?
That's
and
an
so
acronym, right?
Yeah. And so at least besides instinctual fear, right?
Dropping the bomb at the end of the episode.
Besides instinctual fear, this fear is created from out-of-the-moment circumstances, right? Because, like, let's just say I'm fucking running up on a bear. Like, fear is naturally going to come up, right? Because I'm like, it's a fucking bear.
That's
right?
why that's
our past episodes for that. Actually happens.
Fight or flight.
Right, fight or flight. Yeah, and
about
that's when fear appears, right? And so the more we can be aware, the more we can observe the fear, right? And when it comes in, how it affects us, right? The more we can be that neutral being that we, in essence, are. Right, and how we cannot let that influence and impact us, I guess, within the present moment, to control us and control our reality. And we do not want to get stuck in the Maya, the illusion, right? We don't want to get stuck in the future or the past. We want to be in the here and now as authentic selves. And I said this in an Instagram post, right? The authentic self needs no identity because it comes naturally, right? There is no self except the authentic self. Right? And so each and every single one of us right here, right now, are authentic. But at times we can become inauthentic. And whose fault is that? It's none other than our own, right?
Yeah.
And that's not to fucking put damn on ourselves. That's not to be like, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's not. Yeah. It's something we have to recognize and kind of use it as a way to learn. And so that's my final thought. What's your final thought?
All right. So to close out the whole thing about fear, I still can't get over that absolutely legendary fucking bomb droppage of that acronym. But nonetheless, fear can exist as a veil to cloud your vision and your judgment, as a fog around your authentic self. You need to cut through the fog via any method you can find, but you need to be free of the anxiety, be free of the outside perception, and proceed don't take yourself seriously. That's probably the number one thing.
Too serious.
Yeah. Don't take yourself too seriously. But that's probably the number one thing I'm going to leave with that, because like if you know who you are authentically, and you don't take yourself seriously,
you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah, the fog will become nothing. The fog will become clear once you have found in yourself, like, your authentic self.
Yeah.
You can naturally progress through the fog.
Yeah.
And then from there, you can achieve whatever you want to.
Yeah.
That's my closing thought. Don't take yourself too seriously, because inauthenticity is born from elevated pride.
Interesting. And well, I mean, if my final thought wasn't also about how not to take yourself that serious. I mean, it'd be a crime because that's pretty much what I'm all about.
Yeah.
That's kind of my whole. It's kind of my whole image. But
whole steez.
the whole steez. I mean, in terms of fear and anxiety, it's really everything in moderation because at times some fear, some anxiety can be good for you.
Of course, yeah.
Like you were saying, like if you're like backed into a corner, sort of fight or flight type thing. And, anxiety is the thing that really pushes us to actually complete things. How we were saying with having projects and all this stuff. If I didn't have anxiety, I'd never fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because, I have no urge to have something be completed. But you can't let that, take over you. You can't let the fear and the anxiety run you. You have to do you, and then, get that shit done.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
But, authentic.
Yeah.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
And just moderation. Everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Is really it.
Sometimes fear can be a motivator.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, always.
So with all that being said, love yourself because I love you, baby. And peace the fuck out.
I meditate to clear that pain up in my body. I wanna go somewhere where that sunlight be shining. This life a journey, I need someone to remind me. This life a journey, I need someone to remind me to take it slower.